Hello everyone, it's Peter here, Piotr Fisner. How are you doing, guys? Hello. So, in today's episode, we will speak about Elite 2 controller for Xboxes, mainly. These are different. So, I've replaced actually here the analog, but most of the time you can only replace those potentiometers rather than replacing whole analog joystick. So this is the regular Microsoft one, okay, that's the regular one, and this is the Elite one. You can unscrew and screw on here without taking it apart, and then here is the OEM or Sony or all other controllers. Yes, so I got photos and I would like to show you these photos, and yeah, that's the first one, and we will do description. Well, so you see that's the type for the Elite, yes, Elite controller. So that's how it's look like. And then you've got 3 pins on one side and 3 pins on the second side of the potentiometer. So you only replace whole joystick when there is an issue with springs. Yeah, so if you feel that those springs are not popping out rapidly, they are causing some glitches in the movement, they are not like smooth, then yes, it's worth replacing. So what I'm doing normally is I'm detaching those on both sides here, yes, and then when you heat up from the bottom, see they are out, you heat up those 3 pins on at the bottom, and then they become really loose, and then you just gently pulling them out. So it's better to get like I'll show you type which I prefer to take out of this type of iron tip. Yes, this type of iron tip is the best for me, like in person, because it's a huge surface, you're hitting 3 simultaneously, and then it's just gentle removal. Yes, so that's my way of doing things. Next you remove the second one, and that's it. And as long as it stays flat, I mean to the top, you will be able to mount new ones. Yes, so it's not an issue. Next we clean, but I like to don't care about the last hole, and I fill in gentle with a solder on both, then cleaning if there is flux or anything. You shouldn't have at this stage flux actually, because you just remove them, so you heat it up and there is no flux. So you just top up a bit with a solder, yes, and that's you. Now we take a new one and we gently press on this side. You see here it's not pressed, so it's still sitting inside, and here I've pressed it. When you press it, you can take it out. So you press on one side, and then on the second, and it will go out. Yes, and that's, you see, then there's no solder on this one, so that's a new one. You've got 2, yes, and then you insert it, but you insert into those 2 holes which there is no solder, yes, and then you take soldering iron and you heat up this one, and just remember to not put it fully flat. It has to have a small gap. Look at the second side of the analog joystick and see how much deep you need to put it inside, because keep in mind you've got a hole here, and this clip here, yes, to go inside. So if you put it to the very bottom, you will need to correct it. I had to correct it today. I've asked my wife to help me out to be true. So I'm inserting it, you see, on those 2 here, yes, and then heating up this one, and then I can insert it further. One when smooth, second when just and you see you need to align this. Sorry. Yes, need to align it here. This and this need to match. If it won't match, if it will be too deep, you will have problem of doing this thing right. Yes, and then you soldering them. Of course it's not clear here, but try not to make as the factory like this flat. Try to make like this one. Yes, this one for me in person it's better grip. so I had to top up a bit, yes, at the end. Then you clean up everything. It's not the prettiest, but it does the trick. And then voila, you might see that it's gently going out, and don't worry about it. I'm doing it for years and nobody came back to me that, you know, like it was poorly done. So if you can't press it you know, like, so it will be no gap completely here, but there will be small gap on one of the edges. Don't worry about it too much, it will still work. Yes, it's no problem. I haven't seen issues, so if I haven't seen an issue, I would do it otherwise. And I only replace full analog joystick when I really need it. Yes, as I said, either the springs are not working, or it's glitching, you know, or it's hanging too much. Then yes, but if I only make a test and it's pretty much stiff and spring is working fine on each side, good. Yes, you can buy those potentiometers on their own as well. I happen to not have for Elite 2. They've got different values, so you need to know the value of the potentiometer before placing an order for them. That's why I bought just Elite controller analogs, and I will check how many ohms they have, kilo ohms, yes, and I can then buy them as well. So you will check, some of them will have, let's say, 10 kilo ohms, yes, and then you will see that Elite has just different. So that's why I bought replacement, because then I don't have to worry if is it good or not good. I didn't check ohms, so it's just, you know, it's okay. It won't be wasted because I won't be binning it. I will just buy potentiometers with the same ohms and I will attach them here, so it will be still good. Yes, still good, no problem. And we've got a second one here as well, because that's this one will go to my one, and then I need to order more. But customers will be done today, so I can get it to the customer. That's it, guys. That's everything what I wanted to show you. Please read what the Intecracy stands for underneath, because we're fighting in a peaceful way for Intecracy. If somebody wants to repair with us or learn repairing with us, or become a member of the Inte team, please contact me. Contacts are on the YouTube or on the Inte.Team website. But that's it in this episode. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video, and bye bye.